YouTube automation is the latest oil money on the internet right now, and the earlier you get on it, the better for you. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a complete step-by-step guide on how you can actually start YouTube automation and start making money without having to spend a dime on any single tool. All you basically need is simply your smartphone, an internet connection, or a laptop, and you are basically good to go. Every single thing we are going to use in this video will be 100% free. So with this said, without taking much of your time, so guys, before we proceed, I also want to give a shout out to our today's sponsor. Our today's sponsor is actually 22bet. They are a legal gambling company that are fully registered for gambling for anyone above the ages of 18. So if you are above the ages of 18, you can actually gamble with 22bet, but make sure to gamble responsibly. And if you are below the ages of 18, please stay away from gambling, and the link that will be available in the video description. Now let's get back to business. So guys, now that we are back to business, let's get straight and then start with the first step here. Now the first step to actually starting a successful YouTube automation system is basically looking at a channel that is already successful. As you and I know, the easiest way to actually become successful at something is studying someone who is already doing it, and that's why we need to look for a channel that is already grown on this particular niche that we want to get into, so we can actually emulate what they are doing. So in order to find this channel, you don't have to stress yourself going to search up and down. All you need to do is simply come over to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT this simple question. So now after I type this prompt, I'll just send it. Now you don't have to worry, I'll actually copy all of the prompt that I'm sending and I'll put them in a file and drop in the Telegram community. So make sure you join my Telegram group, it's very important, and also my WhatsApp group as well. Link will be down in the video description. So now you can see ChatGPT just gave us a list of a lot of them. So now let's just check them out. So let me copy this historial civils. Now one thing I love about ChatGPT is that it's going to give you a brief detail about each of these channels. So what you need to do is simply just read the brief details here and then see anyone that actually suits the sort of content you want to create, and then take a look at that particular channel. So for me, I've picked out a channel, so let me come over to YouTube. Now you can see the channel it actually gave me have about 1.7 million subscribers. Now don't be scared of the subscribers. We are not coming to compete with the channel, we just want to get ideas from the channel to make our own. So now you can see, let's take a look at their recent videos and how they are performing. Now you can see their latest video is 4 months ago, and it has about 582,000 views, which means that the video is getting about 100 and something thousand views per month, averaging that per month. Take a look at this one, a year ago, 1.1 million. So which means that their channel is performing well and is getting a good audience. Now if it's getting this despite them not being too active, that means that what we can actually get a bit of idea from them and still get a lot of room, because they don't post actively. That means there's room for us to also grow as well. But you don't have to look at this, you just need to get a channel that's already doing well in the niche. So now after you pick the channel name, now you come back to ChatGPT with this simple prompt. From this channel, they put the channel name and other similar channels. Kindly suggest 30 content ideas that will help me grow faster. Now after this, then you just hit on send again. Now you basically sit back so that ChatGPT can give you the content ideas from here, because before we can go on with anything, we need to get the content ideas that we want to create. So now we just sit back and watch ChatGPT do it. You can see Roman power, betrayal and politics, war and strategic. So it's actually going to break the video into multiple sessions based on how the whole Roman Empire. I chose the Roman Empire because I want to create my own around the Roman Empire. You don't have to do this, you can do it about whatever thing that you actually want. So from here now, what we need to do is simply we just have to copy from the top here. So now let us copy every single thing. Now here are the 30 that were requested for, which it has given to us. Now let's copy them and then go keep them somewhere. So for me, I'll just take them up and then send them to, let me just place them on a Google Doc for now. So let me just go over to Google Doc. So now I've actually placed them in my Google Doc. Now note that what we've done two things already. The first one, we were able to find a channel that we want to emulate, and we got the channel, we got every single thing from there. And secondly, we've gotten the content ideas, so which is the topic that we need to create videos about if we really want to grow our channel, and we've done that as well. Now we'll move over to the step number 3. And the step number 3 is basically where we are going to script our first video. Now I'm basically giving you every single thing step by step, so it will be easier for you to comprehend and do. So basically here is the first title here. So now what we need to do to script the content is simply we need to copy the first title ChatGPT gave to us. And from here say how Rome went from a village to a superpower in 10 minutes. So basically we copy it. And I want to copy it. Now we'll come over to ChatGPT again. Now that we are here, now we are going to give it the title that it gave us. So you say using, so basically now you can see I say using this title, then I place the title in columns, then follow I say column in quotes, then I go on with kindly script a YouTube video of 20,000 word length. Now the higher the word length, the longer the duration of the video. So if you want a longer video, you go for longer word length, and the lower the word length, the lower the video as well. So basically just hit on send. Okay, so now ChatGPT is now generating the video for us. Now you can see here is a whole video script that we have right here. Now this video script, we can't do anything with it yet. We need to improve it. Now to improve it, so now we follow up with this prompt again so that ChatGPT can actually separate the image prompt and the video prompt for us. So now we hit on send to send this as well. Okay, now we are getting in scene by scene, which is the best thing ever. Like I see for scene 1, you have it here. Now here is a voiceover. So now you see where it says scene 1 virtual prompt. Now the virtual prompt is what we're actually going to use for the media, which is the images or the videos that we'll be generating later on. Now you can see now everything is broken down from scene 1 up to the final scene, which is up to scene 23. Now that you have all of this, now you just have to copy the whole of it. So copy it from top to bottom or either way. I'll copy this and then come over to Google Doc, and I'll open up a new doc file. So now I've copied and sent my video script over to the Google Doc, as you can see right here, from top to bottom. Now that we have the video script ready, now it's time for us to get the media, which is the images and the voiceovers. So how do we go from here? How do we get them for 100% free? Well, here is it. The first thing you need is simply, if you are using a laptop, you can just download Clipchamp. So Clipchamp is a free video editor that also allows you to generate voiceovers. And then for the media, which is the images, we are going to use XAI, which is also known as Grok AI. So whether you're using your smartphone, you're using a laptop, it doesn't really matter. You can download Grok AI from the Google Play Store or from Apple App Store. And you can also download Clipchamp from Apple App Store or Google Play Store as well. So now I'm into Grok right now. Now it's time for us to actually generate the images. Now before we can generate the images, we need to do one thing. And that is asking ChatGPT to give us a master prompt. Now the purpose of the master prompt is to actually help us get a consistent character, consistent scene, and a consistent appearance across all the images that we are going to generate. So how do we do that? Well, we come over to ChatGPT and then ask it for a simple command. So now it's basically this simple. Now you don't have to stress yourself copying it. As I said earlier, join my Telegram community. The link is in the video description. You are going to get all of this in there. And if you are not on Telegram as well, join the WhatsApp and then just request it on the WhatsApp group, and I'm going to send it over to you. So now let me just send this. So now that ChatGPT generated the master prompt, all you need to do is simply just copy it and then head over to Grok. Now once you're inside Grok, click on where it says Imagine. Now once you click on Imagine, it brings you over here. For those of you on your phone as well, you're going to see this option. Now from here, you click on this place here and then switch it over to video, from image to video, because we want to have a little bit of animation in the scenes. Now once you click on it, you come over here, then make sure you set it to 16:9, which is a wide angle resolution. Now if you are making your automation for TikTok, Instagram, and then Facebook, good, you can keep it as 2:3, which is the, or 9:16, which is a vertical video. But if you are doing it for YouTube, then make sure you go with the 16:9, because it will give you horizontal video. So from here now, we paste in the master prompt first to begin with. Now once you paste in the master prompt, then you send it. Now this master prompt will first generate it. Now we don't need the scene that will be generated by this master prompt. We just need it to make sure that what Grok actually understand what we are coming to do. And Grok never disappoints when it comes to generating videos like this. You can see like the quality of the video is top notch. Let me just play it for you to actually see. You see? Here is it, but this is not what we need. We just need this to make sure that what Grok actually understands the assignment. Now that we have this, we basically come over to ChatGPT now. Now we'll go back to our ChatGPT. Okay, we basically copied it to Google Docs, so we can come over to Google Doc and then start from here. Now it's a virtual prompt. We copy this. Now once you copy this, you come over to Grok, and then after here, you need to give it some space. And then after this space, we paste this in. and then now just click on send. So once you click on send, you basically wait for it to generate the character for it. They say area cinematic view of ancient Rome, ruins dissolving into a small muddy village beside a river, soft morning mist, huts, early farmers, dramatic lighting, and historical realism. So let's see what Grok actually delivers for us. Okay, here is it. Grok has given us the scene 1 here. You can see it first of all gives a virtual view of the ancient Roman Empire, which is the appearance of the new Roman Empire before it became total muddy Rome. So we'll go with this. Now in order to download it, all you need to do is simply click on this download option here. So now let me download this, as I will need a few of them to make the first part for you. Now once I have this, I need to create a new folder for it. So now make sure that you title every single part of it. So now here is the first one. So you tag it as 1. That means that is scene 1. So it will be easier for you to use once you are editing. Now I have that. Now the next thing is simply come back and then copy for scene 2 as well. You copy it and then come back to Grok. Now you basically clear only where you pasted scene 1. So you paste that in. Now this one says small primitive hut, smoke rising from fires, villagers carrying basket, animals walking through that part. Now you send it as well. Now once you send it, you just have to sit back and then let it generate. So now I'm going to pause at the scene 3 so that we can quickly finish up with the video. So now that I've generated up to scene 3, we go on to generating the voiceover. But for you, make sure you generate every single scene required, because you are the one going to run that channel. So generate every single thing required. Then we move over to Clipchamp. Now Clipchamp here, this is where we are going to generate the voiceovers. So in order to generate the voiceovers, once you open up your Clipchamp, just come over to where it says create a new video. Now once you click on it, just wait. Now once it opens up like this, you click on where it says record and create. Now once you click on record and create, you come over to where it says text to speech. Now once you click on text to speech, then we'll come over to our script here, and then we need to copy the voiceover. You can see here's the voiceover for scene 1. Here is it. We copy it, and then we come over to Clipchamp. Now on Clipchamp here, you just click on where it says text to speech at the top here, then you paste it in, which is the one for scene 1. You paste it like this, and then over here you select the tone, the voice tone that you want. So here we have English US, and then you can different English. So you can see English United Kingdom, Tanzania, South Africa, Singapore, United States, Finland, Belgium, Canada, France, Switzerland, and then so forth and so on. You can pick whatever sound that you actually need. So for me, let me just stick with English United States, and then I can just look for any masculine voice. They say warm and engaging and deep. So now once you select the voice you want, from here you select language, here you select voice, then you play it to listen to it.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing. Now,
so that's how that voice particularly sounds. Now, if you don't like the voice,
Rome did not begin as an empire.
So once you have the voice you want, if the voice is too slow, you can come over here and then speed it up a bit. So you can speed it up depending on how you actually want it. So now let me play this preview. Let's actually listen to it. So for example, I'm going with this particular voice. Now once I place this voice over here, now I can just click on save. Now once you click on save, then it will go ahead and then generate the voiceovers. Now while generating the voiceovers, one thing you can do is simply you can generate each scene by scene, so that it will be easier for you to actually use whilst you are editing. Let me show you what I actually mean. Now after I finish generating for scene 1 like this, you can just click on export and then come over here and then title it 1, and then just click on export, and then wait for it to export. Now this one is done. So once it's done exporting like this, if you are on your PC, it will automatically be sent to your download folder. So let me just open up my download folder and then show it. You can see it automatically go into your download folder. Let me just drag it into this other folder here where everything is. Now you see it will, then you can send it to any place that you actually want it to be. Now another thing you can do is simply, if you don't want to go through this single stress, then you can box generate it. So for example here, I can just generate from episode from, okay, let me come back to text to speech. Okay, so from here I can just generate from scene 1 to scene 3 because I generated images for scene 1 and scene 3. So let me just come over here and then copy the voice for scene 2, copy, and then the voice for scene 3 as well, copied. Now I can come back to Clipchamp and then paste them in one after the other. So here is scene 2, then I'll add some space, then I'll go for scene 3. Now, okay, I want to copy the image prompt instead of the voiceover prompt. So here is a voiceover here, copy, copy. Now I can go back in there. And then update them easily. Let me see if I got every single thing correctly. Okay. I made a mistake here. Scene 2 is like I skipped the scene 2. So here's the no places, no armies. Okay, here is it. When copy, make sure to copy the punctuation marks except this thing. You can copy the punctuation marks, but make sure you don't copy the quotes because they will always be placed in quotes. So always keep the quote. Now once you have this like this, you can just generate this. Now with this way you can generate all of it in bulk. Now the disadvantage of generating them in bulk is that when you are editing, you need to pay extra attention to make sure, okay, this where scene 1 ended, this where scene 2 started, this where scene 3 started. You need to be able to pay a lot of attention to get that. But when you generate scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, generate all of them separately. All you need to do is simply just drag them in. Okay, this scene 1 voice, this scene 1 video, scene 1 voice, scene 1 video. So you can just match them up like this. In this way, to be easier for you to edit faster. Now we have our what? We have our videos ready. We have our voiceovers ready. So what is next? Editing the video is what is next on ground. So how do we edit the video? Well, this is where your video editor comes into play. So you can use any sort of video editor you want at this point. You can edit your videos in Clipchamp, and the only reason why I might not advise using Clipchamp is that Clipchamp doesn't give you enough room for you to edit your captions, because you need to generate captions for the video. So if you use Clipchamp, you'll be limited to generating the captions that you actually want. And if you use CapCut as well, you need to upgrade to their premium plan to get 100% caching captions. And even with their free plan, you can always generate captions 1 per month. That means that what you need to subscribe to the premium plan to get better captions as well. And you can't use the video editor that I'm using as well, because it's kind of limited to desktop and tablet, and it's also kind of expensive. You need to buy a one-time license of $300 if you want to get access to generating the voiceover as well. So that is another thing. So basically, just look for any video editor that is within your budget, because we need to add captions to the video. So I would advise you go for CapCut. CapCut monthly plan is like $10, which is not really huge. So investing $10 to edit your videos and then generating caching captions will actually help you grow faster. So you can just be investing that $10 every single month, so you can generate a lot of videos. So in a month, if it's unlimited with the $10, you create a lot of videos, provided your time can approve that. Now basically that is it for that. Now let's go over, let me actually show you how to edit the videos. Then I'm using DaVinci Resolve Studios, so I'm using the Studio 20 version. Now as you come over here, now let's import in our medias. So AR, so remember that what the audio will be sent to your download folder by default. So let me go and bring in that particular audio. So let me come over to the download folder. Okay, here is it. Open up. Now this audio here contains from 1 to 3, scene 1 to 3. So I'll just drag it onto the timeline. Now it's just 21 seconds. So basically, with the whole one ChatGPT generated, you might get about 5 minutes or 10 minutes of video. So you need to make sure you stretch the word length. It will actually help you get more out of it. Now basically I have this here, so now you need to play it so that you can listen to where scene 1 ended and where scene 2 began from. So you mark it before you begin. So let me play it now.
Rome did not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy village beside a river.
So now let's go. Once you play the voiceover to a point like this and you are convinced that might be it, so you come over to the script and then look. Okay, ended beside a river, and then scene 2 ended trying to survive, and then scene 3 ended as civilization. So basically I'm just going to mark it. I'm just going to mark it using a marker. So I have my marker right there. Now we play it again.
No palaces, no armies, no gold, just farmers trying to survive.
Trying to survive, that is scene 2. Mark it as well.
Rome's location made it a perfect crossroads between powerful civilizations.
Now scene 3, you mark it as well. Now this is how you get to break them scene by scene down when you generate it in bulk like this. Now if you know this technique, then editing it when you generate all of them in bulk might not be hard either, because you just have to play the voiceover once, try to know where each of them ended. You can just write them on a paper, because ending of scene 1 says this word, scene 2 says, scene 3 says. So you just look for that word. Once you hear the word, you mark it there, that is scene 1. Now basically once you have it, here's one thing you need to do to actually help your videos become better so that they don't sound too boring. Now you already know where each of the scenes ended, so what you need to do is simply, let me make it smaller first, come over to the ending of scene 1 and then just split the audio at that point. Come over to ending of scene 2 and then also split the audio. Now after splitting the audio, one thing I want you to do is simply, you see all this silence in the scenes, all this silent part whereby you don't hear any voice, cut them off, because if you keep them in, it might make your video a bit boring. Remember, the video, someone's face, your face is not there to add any sort of vibe to it, so you need to make sure that all these gaps in the audio, you just cut them off so the video is a bit straight up. Now next up is basically, now you can add your medias. So here is a video generated for scene 1. Now each of the videos will actually come with voiceovers when you generate them with Grok. Grok actually gives you a free voiceover to actually add some life to your videos. So here is it. Now you can see that the video is longer than the scene itself, so we can just minimize it to fit it. Now the audio that will come with your voiceover might be too loud, so make sure you reduce the volume as well. And then your own might be, the AI generated one might be too low, so you can also increase it if you want. So now let's play it and see.
Rome did not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy.
Okay, so let me extend it. You got here, yeah. So now let's play it.
Rome did not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy village beside a river.
Now you can see once it comes to the end, now you come over to the scene 2. Let me just drop it here, so drag the video off and then reduce it to the point here that is ended, then drag the audio off as well. And also reduce it. So where did I reduce this to which figure? Minus 13.7. Let me do the same here. Minus 13.7 and then enter. So now let's play it and see.
Not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy village beside a river. No palaces, no armies, no gold, just farmers trying to survive.
Now next up is scene 3. Let me paste it in here as well and then drag the video off. Adjust it to fit and then get its audio as well. It's just adding, it's more like a free background sound, so you don't have to worry about adding a background music to your video, as Grok will also give you one for free. Note, you will not get copyrighted for using it. Now let's play it and see.
Rome did not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy village beside a river. No palaces, no armies, no gold, just farmers trying to survive. Rome's location made it a perfect crossroads between powerful civilizations.
Now that is the scene 1 to scene 3. Now you can see that what the video we don't have any good cut from any part to another, so we need to add a bit of transition in it. Now in order to add this transition, you can come over to effect here and then come over to video transitions, and you can use any of them. Some of the best you can actually use is simply the dip to color or cross dissolve. So this one can easily fade the scenes into each other. So let me get it up. Can use this one, and one of the best way I personally would do this is simply, since the video is a bit longer, I can just adjust it, and use the fade instead. I'll just manually fade it in and then fade this as well. So now let's play it and see the difference.
It began as a muddy village beside a river. No palaces, no armies, no gold, just farmers trying to survive. Rome's location.
You see, the fade just add a little bit of blink to it, so it fade from scene 1 to the next scene. Now this is how you get to arrange your videos. You don't have to use heavy effects and heavy transitions. You don't have to. After I add this like this, the next thing simply you need to generate the captions. Now how do you generate the captions? Now in case you are using DaVinci Resolve Studio like me, I don't know how to generate captions, then all you need to do is simply you come over to timeline and then head over to where it says AI tools, and then come over to where it says create subtitles from audio. Now from here you can basically select if you want it to be like those of Netflix. You go for Netflix. The language, you can keep it as auto, then it automatically detect. For me, I'll just set it to English. Now you can see where it says characters per line. I prefer going with 18 characters or 10 characters, so that what you can make them bigger and faster on screen. Now you can come back to line. You can set it to double line captions or single line. So single line is the best that I would personally advise. Now once you have it, you just click on generate and you just wait back. It will actually generate the captions for you in split seconds. So now we've generated the captions, as you can see. Now that we have the captions, the next thing we need to do is simply we need to design the captions. So I'll just click on either of the captions, then I'll come over to where it says track. Now you can change the font, so let me just use Poppins a bit bold, yeah, semi bold, and then I'll make all cap, and then I'll increase the size as well, so it will be easier for them to read. And you can play with the colors from here. So if you want to play with the colors, you can just come and do that from here. Use any color of your choice. And fonts normal. And if you want to give it stroke as well, which might be a bit important, you can give it a black stroke. So making reading easier for people. And you can add a drop shadow and whatever thing that you want to add to make your text pop better. So now let's just play it and see.
Rome did not begin as an empire. It began as a muddy village beside a river. No palaces, no armies, no gold, just farmers trying to survive. Rome's location made it a perfect crossroads between powerful civilizations.
So you see, it's basically this simple to make. Now you just have to do this for every single scene that ChatGPT gave to you and every single one that you generated from Grok and Clipchamp, and you are basically done. Now you have your video ready, you can go upload your video. But there's one important thing, which is your thumbnail. So how do you make the thumbnail? Well, you don't know how to generate this thumbnail yourself, so we basically go over to ChatGPT again. That's where we are going to make the title. But before we go over to making the title, let's summarize what we've done so far. We've gotten a channel to emulate. We've gotten the content ideas from the channel. We script the YouTube videos. We got our voiceover and then images scene by scene. We've generated them using Grok and Clipchamp. And then we've made the video using our video editor. And then now we are going up to generating the thumbnail. So how do we generate the thumbnail? Well, to do that, we come back to ChatGPT. And then inside ChatGPT, we just come over to where we were working earlier. Now you basically say, create a thumbnail master prompt. So once I send this test, now I just have to wait back for ChatGPT to give me. So I'm basically requesting for a prompt to generate the image that we are going to use for the thumbnail, because we need to use one of the images. So for that, we'll ask ChatGPT to give us the prompt for it. It says, ultra realistic cinematic image of ancient Rome transforming from a small muddy village into a massive golden city. On the left side, a tiny primitive Roman village with hot, dirty roads, and then this and that. So basically, it has all of it here. Now just copy it, and then copy it all like this. We come over to Grok. Now this time around, we are not using the video option. In the same Grok, you come over to where it says Imagine, and then now you switch it over to Image, and make sure that all the image size is still set to 16:9. Okay. Now once you set it, you just click on Paste, and then you just send in the prompt, and you sit back and wait for Grok to generate you various options for you to pick from. So now you can basically pick any of them. You can see this shows the old side and then the new side. You can see various ones for you to actually pick from. Like Grok is just too good at what it does. So basically, let me go with this one here. And then once you pick this, you can come over here to download and download your image. Here is it. Let me just click on it and then click on Save Image. And then make sure you send it to the same folder. We paste it in there. Now we take that image, we come over to what? ChatGPT. And inside ChatGPT, we are going to say, ChatGPT is going to give you some of the best combo for clicks. From nothing. So here you are going to get so many test options to use. So now we don't want to confuse ourselves, so we just give ChatGPT the power to do the thumbnail. So we just come over here, and then come over to where it says create image. Now we come over here and then click on it says add photos. Now we'll go over to our folder, and then come over to the image here, and then make sure to upload it. Now you can say, now you basically use this image to make a thumbnail for this video, and then you click on send and sit back and let it do its work. So you can see ChatGPT just made a thumbnail for you. So now you can see that our ChatGPT just made a thumbnail for you, very simple and easy. Now let's open it up and see. You can see from nothing, the rise of Rome. A very simple yet highly catchy thumbnail. Now you can basically go export your go upload your video using this thumbnail, and you are basically free to go. So guys, with this said, this is every single thing you need to start your own YouTube automation. Now this video, actually I recorded this video for about 1 hour plus for the whole video that you're watching right now. This is something that I could have used as what? As an online course, and I sell it for any price I want, but I'm giving it to you for 100% free. So guys, basically follow every single thing that I've shared in this video, and make sure to share this video, like this video, and also drop a comment for me as well. Like, it took me over an hour to recording the video alone, took an hour, even though I will not upload a video of 1 hour on YouTube. So please help by subscribing to this channel and also sharing this video to other people as well. There's nothing sweeter than everyone winning together. So guys, see you in my next video. Bye.